What's up, everybody? It's LG Doucette here, and this is Milk Road Degen for, what are we, Thursday, June 26th. Oh my God. This is the show where we go through everything that's hot today and maybe ape into it, maybe not. And there's a newsletter as well and a YouTube channel. Anyways, today we are talking about the Meerkat meme. We have two memes. We have Meerkat, which is brand new. It might be dead by the end of the show. It's literally hot off the block. And we're going to talk about CHILLHOUSE again because we missed it. And then we're going to talk about an AI agent that's hot, but maybe a little bit secret. Had a little bump yesterday, but could be a very hot one very soon. And then an airdrop that hit everybody that has a lot of red flags. So we're going to look at that too. Before we start, head on over to our YouTube channel where you can see all these amazing thumbnails of me and catch all the episodes of all these shows in the past. You can watch yesterday's episode. You can watch today's episode later if you want. It's not that easy to watch things on Twitter, so we're going to YouTube. We also stream live on YouTube, so hello to our YouTube audience. And before we start, of course, nothing on the show is financial advice. This is all crap. It's all going to zero, so don't buy any of it, especially when it's a cute meerkat. Okay, so this, honestly, straight up, I have a filter on Deck Screener that I check every day that is for tokens that are older than 48 hours and that have a certain amount of holders or a certain amount of volume. And I look at those every day. Okay, I look at those every day. I don't want to see new tokens. I want to see ones that have survived for more than 2 days because most drugs, most scams will happen within the first couple hours of bonding. So I always look at tokens that are a little bit more established. It also gives me a sense of older tokens that might be doing well. And one that pops up this morning is the Meerkat meme. Very simple, 1.1 million, very, very, very basic. Launched over just 2 mornings ago, so Tuesday morning for me. And now, you know, looking at the chart, the 5-minute chart, the 1-hour chart, it's seeing a pretty decent amount of volume. Last 24 hours, we got 6.5 million. Last 5 minutes, 2.5K, kind of slow. But still pretty decent. Last 6 hours, 841K. So this is, you know, like I said, it's doing well the last 24 hours, having a lot of volume. We're on a big red hourly candle right now. And there's a few different reasons I like this. A, it's an animal. Everybody likes animals when it comes to the internet and memes. B, it's doing a smirky thing with its little stick. Those aren't real reasons. C, the distribution, the bubble map is really good, unless it's some elaborate scam. This is actually pretty sweet. There's only less than a dozen wallets holding more than 1%, which to me is really good. No clear kind of bundles or anything like that in these. Whoa, I didn't mean to move you around there, bubble map, man. So that looks pretty good. The chart looks nice. We've seen a lot of pumps on volume as well as a sustained volume. You know, a lot of charts usually go like boop and then go trail long off. This one saw a big boop yesterday afternoon, but has now been kind of maybe consolidating into this little wedge pattern. Either way, it's kind of got, you know, it's kind of come back down to this like plus $1 million range. So I actually think that around here could be a good time to accumulate. Obviously, we have to do more research than that because A, what even is this meme, right? B, how do we know that this is going to be able to compete with all the other memes? But I like it mainly because you don't usually see something with this level of market cap have this much volume and this many holders, 4,500 holders, which does make me skeptical. I wonder how this ended up landing in 4,500 people's hands. So that's the only part that kind of sketches me out. I did a little search on Twitter to see. Obviously, there's no KOLs talking about this kind of stuff because anytime a KOL talks about a meme coin like this, they're being paid. So that's actually a good sign. The fact that there's no like scammy KOL tweets is really good to me. Let's just read some of the random tweets from the wild, though. World's most popular meme of 2025, still sitting at 1.5 million market cap, is criminally undervalued. Okay, Meerkat meme. Let's look that up. Okay, here we go. Here's the meme. I've noticed when I'm online, you're online too. Do you have a crush on me? Okay. Let's see. If we just go to images, is it going to give us this Meerkat? Okay, this actually seems like a pretty decently popular meme. Oh, that's a little weird. Why doesn't Google display these images in high definition? So there's a few results. I like it. I don't know if I'm going to buy it. But maybe for you guys looking for maybe a hot meme coin, I'm going to throw Meerkat out there for consideration. This is hard to buy these new tokens that are total shit. I would probably wait for a breakout. I think if it could come back above, You know, this line here, the 1.6, if it can break that with volume, usually that's a pretty good sign. I do like that there's like probably a pretty clear bottom down here, you know, at the one line. So maybe a bit of accumulation in here is not a bad idea. Maybe if it gets down to 1 million and it kind of bounces there a few more times, I would probably take a flyer on it. But it could also just go to zero by the time I put out the thread. That's enough Meerkat. Let's talk about a real meme coin. All right, folks. Let's talk about CHILLHOUSE. So we featured CHILLHOUSE. This is a third appearance for CHILLHOUSE. That's a lot of appearances for a show. Okay, and it's very simple. Chill guy plus house coin equals CHILLHOUSE. Very simple. It's become a favorite of many influencers I've noticed, mainly because it's so stupid. And last night it flipped one of its own tokens. It flipped Housecoin, which we've talked about on the show, which I thought was a great token. I still think is a good token, but people are not very happy with Housecoin. CHILLHOUSE, on the other hand, is doing super well. Let's go over to cookie.fun. Actually, you know what? Let's check cookie.fun for Meerkat as well. But let's go over to cookie.fun for CHILLHOUSE. Let's give this a look. This is also somewhat of a volume leader, maybe top 20 volume in the last 24 hours. Just under, yeah, 7.1 million. It's actually more volume than Meerkat, so that's pretty good. CHILLHOUSE, 86% positive sentiment. Same tweets as yesterday. People saying that's part of the super cycle. This is the kind of thing. Listen, we talked about it yesterday, okay? And I said we should scalp it at 14 million. And this is when it was at 15. We could have scalped it at 14. We could have scalped it at 13. And then it had a huge green candle popping all the way up to 26 million. Had a 1 hour mega blast yesterday. Look at this. Just in a succinct, like 20 minutes, it broke out from 13, kaboom, all the way to 26. Absolutely ridiculous. Now it's slowing down, kind of consolidating back down. But this is the kind of thing where the meme is so stupid and it's so simple. And then the house dude logo is so silly that it could easily go to 100 million. I'm sorry. It's just one of those things where it could do that. Influencers talking about it, which is always helpful. The memes are impeccable. I will say the memes are quite good. And he did the flip. That's what people were saying, that it flipped Housecoin. Okay, here we go. Like this, they're asking this streamer guy about CHILLHOUSE. It's just one of those things. It's just one of those. It's just a vibe. It's just one of those things. So my move here, I still don't own any. I had many chances to buy it. I bought a lot of other tokens that I shouldn't have, but I should have been buying CHILLHOUSE the whole time. My move here is to cry and watch. Honestly, I think it's good. Let's see if it can bounce around here, maybe. Oh no, I don't want that kind of line. If this thing can bounce all the way down here, maybe around the 17 million, it's kind of almost there. If it can kind of bounce back and then reclaim a bit of volume, then good. If you have like an alert system, like a Telegram bot, this is probably a good one to see if it ever kind of spikes with volume again. I do like it. Let's look at our Mobi screener. Let's look at the top of the chart of Mobi screener in the last 24 hours. Yeah, this has a lot of whale action. God, CHILLHOUSE. Why you gotta do this to me? Look at this. CHILLHOUSE, fourth in whale net flow, 100K, 104K of whales buying into this. So that is pretty significant. Titcoin right there. Remember yesterday we talked about Buttcoin. Today is Titcoin. Also with a huge 23-hour bump, 23% bump in the last 24 hours. Good job, Titcoin. Anyways, CHILLHOUSE. Buy it, leave it, love it, hate it. Up to you. We're going to move on. We are going to go to Towlor. So we've talked many times about CreatorBid. Okay. CreatorBid is very similar to Virtuals, right? It's a very, very, very similar setup. No, I don't want that. And they are launching a new system, CreatorBid 2.0, which we've talked about on the show, which is going to be very similar to Virtuals. Instead of points, you have to get bid levels, which you get by having a certain amount of tokens staked, by having Kaido staked, and so on. What is different about CreatorBid 2.0 is that you have to upvote agents for them to make it to the next phase to actually get available for public sale. You buy the pre-sale, same as virtuals, but then when it launches, you can use some of your over allocated funds to snipe the launch. So instead of snipers sniping the launch, which happens on virtuals, a major flaw, Agent Algo, who's this dude, is going to do the work for you, their agent. So Creator Bid is kind of a funny one, right? Because virtuals is on its way. It's cooling off. They're working towards ACP in their game framework. That's the next big thing. There's probably no big launches on virtuals for a long time. Iris, the Ethereum one, kind of murdered it. So the play for Creator Bid is kind of tricky because they're launching a system that competes with virtuals, but that system on virtuals is dying right now, right? So it's kind of like, I don't know what you're launching. It's like launching an NFT marketplace at the end of 2022. It's like that's a cute idea, but you're kind of too late. Looks rare. Actually, that was early 2022, but you know what I mean. Unless you have a significantly different angle, which these guys don't really have a significantly different angle, other than a handful of agents do. And one of them is Michael Taylor. Okay, it's supposed to be like Michael Saylor, but instead it's Michael Taylor. And this agent is basically is billing itself as the Vader of Creator Bid, as in they're going to invest and help incubate new agents through the Creator Bid 2.0 system, which is good. It's good to have that kind of commitment from a team. What is unique about these guys is they're going to be using Bitensor subnets as their backend for not only Michael Taylor, but a lot of the agents that they're going to help bring to life. So they're going to advise agent teams on using different Bitensor subnets to develop that. The subnets are a bit of a complicated topic if you don't understand it. It's kind of like a marketplace for like AI agent algorithm backends, sort of, where the more used ones, the more supported ones get a yield of Bitensor tokens. That's a very high level TLDR. I don't fully understand it. We need to do some much deeper dive. Maybe Milk Road Pro can help us with that one. But basically, these guys have put out a little white paper yesterday explaining how they want to be the elite agent incubator. There's already an agent on Creator Bid that uses this system, and it's Degen, which is supposed to be kind of like a DraftKings. They've raised $300 million, the Degen DAO, to bet on soccer next year, and to basically turn their fund into like a soccer betting super sports app. So that's super cool. And they're using a Bitensor subnet. So the play here is if you like this kind of stuff, and one of the main reasons that I'm even talking about this is they got called out by DeFi Jeff, who's one of the best brains in AI. You know, this kind of person I usually will blindly follow his calls. And he put in his newsletter saying, you know, this is the clearest play in the Creator Bid ecosystem, mainly because there aren't many AI agents to choose from. And he's hopping on a call with the team soon to learn more. So if you think that Creator Bid has some legs, you're looking for something fresh to get into, this might be a good one. It had a big spike yesterday. I think after a few KOLs pointed that out, went all the way up to almost $5 million before cooling off. And now the volume is quite dead. It's been around for a long time. Oh, no, I didn't want to click on the wrong token. Clicked on the wrong token. What are you doing, LG? Okay, so this thing, they launched this thing a long time ago. So either that's a good or bad thing. Either they've been building for a long time, or it's hype and we're done. But I think that this thing is worth watching. I don't think it's worth buying yet. I think the biggest catalyst for Creator Bid is what are the projects that are going to be launching in their new system. It's great that old agents are making updates, but what is going to be launching in their new system, and are those things that people are going to want to buy? So that's all this. I don't know what the hell's going on. Okay, so that's the end of Creator Bid stuff. That's Taylor, Taolor. Also 4,800 holders, so that's not a bad thing. Do they have a website? Let's go to their website. Show me our website. Website loads so slow. Okay, we're gonna move on. Last thing I want to talk about, you might have seen this on the timeline, is Monnberg. So Monnberg is this new terminal. It's supposed to be like a trading terminal, very much like Axiom. It has all these, features, top holders. buys. They're supposed to have something called like a secret weapon or like a research tool that's going to give you all this cool insight, but a lot of that isn't live yet. And yet they decided yesterday, as a marketing campaign, very kind of generic interface here. They decided yesterday as a marketing campaign to let different influencer Twitter people claim a bunch of money on their fucking website. And there was a limited amount. And our friend Zeneca got $11,000 from this without having to use the platform or do anything. But he got 11K. And these guys promised a few different things, but a lot of generic kind of dashboard stuff saying they have 700 data points going into this stuff, which doesn't seem quite real. And they're getting some pushback. They have a fancy white paper. There's no tokens. There's no action. They're putting out their action plan saying that their number one priority was to capture 10% of mindshare at launch, which to me screams like you have a lot. You're good at marketing, but not good at making a product. And they've been getting some fair criticism. Our friend, or not our friend, he doesn't know we're friends. You follow me? Follows me. Okay, so we're friends. Emilio saying Monnberg is a red flag fest. Obvious inorganic engagement, farm KOLs and people for visibility with an airdrop promise, vaguely hinting at a huge value amount of money for a mega drop, but there's no data yet. Sudden pivot from heavy rating marketing to InfoFi, running farming campaigns, 100% AI-based marketing campaign, perfect leadership with experience from literally all the Fortune 500 companies in their bios. Is that true? Is that true? Where do you see? Hold on, give me the white paper. Where's the team? Where's the team of people that all worked at fancy places? Where do you even see that? I'd like to see where this team is of people. Where do you see this shit? Where do you guys find this shit, man? I can't. Okay, whatever. Where's their Twitter? I don't see that. I don't see all these people that used to work there. Okay. Anyways, a lot of fair criticisms. Probably Asperius is with Mario Nathal. Yeah, that's a big red flag. So a lot of decent red flags. I'm not going to use the platform. I have not connected my wallet. I just connected my email. And maybe it's something, maybe it's not, but it looks like it's something where we'll talk about it today. We'll never talk about it again. So sorry, Monnberg. Gave you a little feature on the show. Very cute website with this person with their, cool Mad Max, desperate to go to Burning Man sunglasses, but no thanks. Anyways, that's it for the show. We'll be back tomorrow. It's Friday, so we're going to have fun as we usually do. We have fun every day on the show, and I love hanging out with you guys if you are here hanging out. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Head on over there. Look at all these cool thumbnails, and we'll see you tomorrow right here on Milk Road Degen. Bye-bye.